Welcome back to another video on Field of Play TV. Here with my good mate Sanch. You telling me, my broski?
You good?
Yeah, man. You know, midweek. Games are currently going on. So it's going to be interesting to touch on the Champions League this season. You know, United ain't in it. So it's going to be easier. You know what I'm trying to say? So, what you saying, bro? Couple games going on right now. PSG, some next team. Chelsea. Bro, I gotta keep it chill, bro. You know when you don't know the certain teams, you have to keep it chill. You have to.
There we go. Thank you. Go on.
McCamby.
Hafia or something.
Listen, Hafia, Mafia. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, there's a lot of games going on. You got City, Dortmund. Don't even know why I didn't start with that one. That's a massive game. Gonna be interested to see what goes on with that. So, yeah, chat to me, bro. Who do you have your on this season?
Same culprits, man.
Who? I want to know.
Same culprits, man. I mean, but Barca dropped down to the
Europa.
Dropped down to Europa last season. Yeah.
Mingling with us, fam.
Yeah, literally. But you can't ignore their summer, obviously. So they'll be back up there. Madrid look as solid as ever. Bayern are always there. I don't want to say PSG is a dodgy one, innit? Because some people say the strength of the league doesn't allow them to come into big games in the Champions League.
As in, like, they're caught off guard.
Yeah. But I really like their summer.
Yeah,
I really like their summer. They solved the glaring issue, innit? So I really like their summer.
What was that glaring issue?
I feel like next to Verratti, there wasn't. I felt last year the team was nothing to complain about, really. Ramos was injured, which was a blow. They've playing in that back three. They weren't able to do that all the time last year, and when they did play a back three, it was Danilo shifting in and all of that. So there was, but obviously Ramos has started the season fit as a fiddle. Their front three speaks for itself, and obviously it was the guys next to Verratti, innit? Obviously they've had Idrissa, they've had Danilo, they've had Herrera, Paredes,
Deep it.
and I don't think any of them been able to cut it, really, in terms of the work they have to do because of the front three, etc. So they got legs in there. They got about 3 bodies in there. I think they got Sanchez. They bought Sanchez, Vitinha, and Fabian Ruiz. I like all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, and obviously the manager Gautier looks like
nonsense.
It looks like they're playing. He's got them all playing. He's got them all
expressing
the way
themselves.
Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe started this season. Woo! So I don't want to be that guy and be like, yeah, PSG, but I think they'll do better.
So who you saying's gonna win it? That's what I'm trying to hear, bro. I ain't trying to hear who's battling for the comp, because we know they're always gonna be battling. Who is gonna win the Champions League this season? That's what I want to know.
Have you got your answer?
Yes. Do you get it?
Go on. Because I'm undecided.
Look at him. He's waffling.
Yeah, I'm shuffling.
He's shuffling.
How do you expect me to choose something? So
listen, I'll be real with you. I've been thinking a few teams, innit? I thought at first, after the transfer window, I was thinking, nah, City have to do this. After coming so close last season and adding Haaland to their side, you know what I'm trying to say? I was, in my head, I just had it fixated that it was going to be City to finally do it. But I won't lie to you, man. It's PSG for me, man. I can't lie. And it's funny because prior, last season, the season before that, I was never even saying that PSG will win the league. I mean, win the Champions League, because of just the way that their front three operates. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Working hard, is that really in their remit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? We know the quality, but in terms of when they're up against it, what are you really saying? And we saw that last season a lot. And another factor is whether they can keep their heads. when they go down or if things aren't going their way in terms of the referee and things like that, because they always bug out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like PSG really, really have like a self-destruct mode where I feel like there's a button in the stadium.
And they need
Did you get it?
They don't, apart from up front, they didn't have Ramos last season. They don't have that. I can't say Verratti because he's been part and central of the collapses.
Yeah, he
so
has.
and I can't say Marquinhos. I can't say all these guys. They've been Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Verratti were there when Ole got the job.
When Oli
got the
ran
job,
them out of town, fam.
They were there for what was the capitulation last season?
They've had many though.
What was it last season? Oh my
They've had many,
god, how
bro.
can I forget? But yeah,
many.
they've all been there. So I can't say this Ramos Verratti type player. Nah, they don't. Apart from obviously the front three, they didn't have that Ramos type player. If my man stays fit, he's got the potential to carry guys through tough moments. And then when it rubs off of Ramos, you got quality players besides him, and it'll help them carry them through. So
He wants to copy our foot.
No, it's
as
not
usual.
It's not even
Just
that.
Go on, just do it. Donny always wants to copy my predictions, you know. That's how we have to do it separate. This why you lot don't understand.
Man said copy. Oh
listen.
my days. Was I not
Stuttering.
was I not giving them was I not doing it before you started speaking?
Listen. All I'm gonna say.
Oh my days.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I think it'll be PSG. The only way I see it not going to plan for them is injuries. Let's be real here.
I think one injury to the back three. They don't have another centre half. They don't have another centre half. Danilo, I think, came into that because I think one of the not Ramos, Kimpembe. I think it's Marquinhos got injured. So yeah, Danilo's come in, and then in a big game. They played Maccabi in a big game. That's long. That's so long.
And that's what even annoys me. They played full strength, and like I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Can you get the job done? Because PSG always get to a stage where they're looking lit, then they actually capitulate. So I'll stick my neck on the line and I'll say PSG.
The other reason I say PSG is because the quality's there, but it's not like there's not like that gap in quality. Do you know how you always get the gaps? Like, yeah, PSG will be there, but Bayern are like, but Barca are like. You saw yesterday, Barca will get dealt with. You know what I'm saying? It's a new team, young team. They'll get dealt with on a bad day. So PSG, there's not that gap anymore this season, in my opinion. There's not a team where I'm like, yeah, they're a million miles better than PSG or they're a level above PSG. I don't believe it. So I think this is one of the first years where you go, boom, PSG could, there's shouts for them to say, yeah, they're the best team in the comp. So
what are you saying? Why not City?
I've said my reasons about City. I've said my reasons about City in the last in the Premier League thing. The story so far one that like I said, we saw it against Villa, we saw it against Thing, and people might think I'm mad and I might look crazy at the end of the season. But like I said, what did I say? I said last season every team had 3 problems to deal with. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a very, very big problem in Erling Haaland, but it's only 1 now, in my opinion. I don't think that the wingers either side of him are doing enough to give any of the man a headache. So, like I said, and I've said it a million times with Sterling, even in the big games, offers something different. Even Jesus, not to the extent, but again, offers something different. But yeah, mainly Sterling offered something different in that front 3, and then I think it would have worked wonders with Erling Haaland. And now that he's gone, too many similarities on the width on the wings. So I think top teams, they're yet to play a top team this season, but we'll see how that they cope with that. Because obviously better teams defend better. So with only Erling Haaland to really worry about, it's a massive worry. But let's see how they deal with it. And I don't think for that reason alone, I don't
think so. With City, I don't know, man. I feel like because they haven't got over the line and it's been disappointment at crucial points in tournaments, i.e. the Champions League that we're speaking about, it's a mentality thing, man. Because I feel like they have the quality, and I feel like they'll be near it. They'll be near it this season again. Obviously, adding Haaland, but I just feel like it's PSG's. And the maddest thing is, if I didn't think PSG, I probably would have went for City. Do you see what I'm trying to say? No, me personally. That's why I can't really be too critical of City, because listen, everyone says it, they're gonna do it sometime. They are, innit?
No, they are.
Do you get it? Yeah. So I feel like they're in their best placed moment now to do it. Last season it was that. You get what I'm trying to say? The season before that. Now, come on, you've had the knockbacks. What are you really saying,
I thought it was last season, man.
Bro, everyone did, but
I feel
that shows though. When you get there, it doesn't necessarily mean you're. You know what I'm trying to say?
And it's a bit like PSG now, where these guys have stumbled. These guys in the squad have stumbled now, bro. Like Madrid and the years prior, they've all been a part of it, and it's starting to become. And they've brought in a young striker, 2 young strikers, Calvin Phillips, unknown at this level. I don't know. I think they're certs for the league, but in terms of the Champions League, don't get me wrong, they'll get through the group, they'll pattern everything, all of that, get into the latter stages of it. But when it comes to it, I don't know if they're gonna be able to
pattern
push through. Because for me, like you said, we see after PSG, you said City. I mean, yeah, City. For me, these man just won their 14th. But
deep it though. Last season we was talking about how the strength of the English sides. It's mad because this season, I don't feel like it's anywhere near it. You know.
No, bro. It's only to City, the flag bearer.
Chelsea are going through it right now with their whole upstairs issue, trying to pattern their director of football, trying to give Potter time to do what he wants to do and all of that stuff. So I don't see Chelsea are a cup team. They always not always have been, but they tend to do better in the cups. But this season, they might buck us in Europa, bro. They really might buck us in Europa. Liverpool, lucky twats.
They still got
twats.
But they still got
Napoli and
they still got a tough group, mate. They still got to go Ajax away, Rangers away. Napoli got to come.
It's going to be a mad game. That Ibrox game is going to be crazy.
And Napoli got to go back to Anfield. So it's not all said and done, bro.
And even yesterday,
they're shaky.
You see what I'm saying?
There's.
Yesterday, do you know how much chances Ajax had though?
We have to remember.
No, their heritage and all of that stuff.
Yeah. It's early, and bro, even if they're in a bad moment, like let's say they get through the group, and they're struggling in the Prem, yeah, they scrape through the group.
They always turn it.
You know,
they're gonna turn it.
They will get a Madrid or Bayern or whatever at Anfield, and it's gonna be rocket. So you get it's long. You get so.
In terms of Liverpool, my point that I'm trying to make is last season we were coming into the season. You know what I'm trying to say? With us even being in that tournament, saying, the English teams are looking good. But lo and behold, right now, as we're speaking, it's looking very, very techie. It's looking like only, everything, football changes quickly, man. You know what I mean? But right now, in this current moment, I don't see how the English sides get anywhere. Spurs, look at Spurs, bro. What was I telling you about Spurs? About when you come up against teams that you're inclined to dominate more and, you know what I mean, be more progressive. I watched it and they were the same as I've seen them this season. So that's that. When I was critical of them in terms of them being more dominant in games. I wasn't saying it out of any kind of hate or anything like that. I was saying it because, bro, I'm seeing them perform so badly on the ball.
No,
and it's getting masked with the fact that their system masks all their deficiencies in terms of, you know what I mean, an opposition's attacking play. So right now, Spurs, roll safe. Imagine all these teams drop down with us, you know. Anyways, Europa's a better comp than champs. You heard it here first. Hey, you heard it here first, bro. Everyone wants to be in Europa. Why do you think Ronaldo stayed? Let's be real here. Come on, man. You think Ronaldo was pulling out any tips or anything like
another
that?
year, bruv.
Listen, it's mad. But what are you really saying, though, about Spurs? Because, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to... Because you think they're going to do well in the Prem. Do you think it's going to be the same for Champ? Or what do you think?
Their group is favourable. I don't think they'll do well in the Champions League now.
Conte's record is abysmal as well.
Yeah, his record in the Champions League Cup competition isn't great. And I think the Champions League's another level, mate. You get Bayern or a Bayern or a Real Madrid.
And you really get your pants pulled
They're not even that, bro.
No, you will. Though.
No. There's potential for that, but even with the Spurs side, I don't necessarily think they'll get their pants pulled down. But I just think it won't be a battering, but it will just be like, you know, them disrespectful 2-0s, like humbled. You get it, whatever. Like Real Madrid come, dealt with them, see you later, out. Thanks for coming. Do you get so? But because I agreed with you in terms of we've seen the best of Antonio Conte and this Spurs side, and this season they haven't done. We haven't seen that yet. So if they get to them heights again, then don't get me wrong, we're not surprised that what happened yesterday happened, because if you don't perform well enough, you're eventually going to get punished. However well you're grinding out results, or however well, even if this is just the only result, and then they go and not lose for the next 10 games, if you continue to play like that, you're still going to get days like yesterday. If you play at a high level, you get less of those days. But if they get their, I won't say get their act together, but I mean, if they start performing better defensively with the ball going forward, I think they'll give many a team a game. I think they'll give many a team a game. No, but that's if they
get right.
Yeah.
No, their front three's brazy. We can't dispute that. Come on, man. That's a no-brainer.
And there's something about, I feel like there's something about that 3-5, 3-4-3 formation where it gives you a chance in terms of the lesser sides, because you're just more defensively
like, what
sound.
you really gonna do? You're gonna dribble past me?
Yeah. It's more defensively sound. So it's like, you got a chance, mate. If you turn up on the day, there's no reason why not. And especially with that, like I said, with that front three, wow.
So do you see
that will cause any?
Do you see any team doing a mad thing? Like, it's boring, innit? Always speaking about the big teams and all of that stuff, but the investment in their teams, you can't try and, like, you know what I mean, act up and try belittle it. So I'm saying, apart from all the big teams, is there any team that you think could do a little something?
I really like the look of at the beginning of the campaign, I really like the look of Marseille and their signings. The way they've started the season, they are level on points with PSG. They've started really well.
What, in that French league? In that Poxy
league? In the French league, yeah.
In that Poxy league?
Yeah, in the Poxy one. Yeah, in the Poxy one. And then, but they've horrible start to the Champions League, so they're out the window.
Yeah, because that's the point. And I don't blame you even for thinking, maybe. No,
not maybe. I didn't.
Not maybe, but you're like, ooh, what have we got here?
Yeah.
But then, it shows. It's the league. Let's keep it true here. They could have faced... How do we know they didn't face 4 of the bottom teams last year in the French league? And they're on points. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, man, but
For me, but then
go on.
I'm just gonna AC Milan.
Yeah. Had some
They're not
brilliant
great.
signings.
They're not great, but yeah, they're not great in terms of like the rest of the teams. But they've got, and what I've seen in the Serie A as well, they've got that doggedness
Got
about
that
them.
dog.
About that
Got
doggedness about them.
Yeah.
And again, another team away at the San Siro on any given day, bad day, and AC Milan have a good day. There's no reason why Milan can't beat, again, like with Spurs. So it's them two for me, Milan and Spurs, where they can cause a few hiccups. Yeah, those are the two I'd say. Obviously,
AC Milan, I really like the look of them, you know, like, and credit to how they just changed things around, because Fallen Giant, people weren't speaking about AC Milan. It was literally like forgotten. Like, they were really forgotten, bro. Let's be real here. They were really forgotten in terms of, no one's speaking about AC Milan in terms of coming back and all of this stuff. People thought they were done. So credit to the way they've come back. They didn't win the Serie A for how many years? It was more than 10? Double digits. So when you're not doing that, and all of a sudden the turnaround's been like, you've got to respect it. And I like their team. Like Liao, he's one of my favourite young G's in the game.
Giroud spinning the block again.
They're spinning it. But no, I need to just Liao, bro. He is ridiculous, bro. Like, jokes aside, and he's gonna get his big money move very soon. It's pending. He is that guy. Like, he is that guy. And if he comes, any team he goes to in Prem, I'm gonna hate. Hate. If it's not us, I'm gonna be hating on like, bro. Proper player still. So for me, AC Milan as well, but I like the look of Leipzig as well. Still, I don't think Leipzig will do a mad thing, but I feel like they're a good outfit this season, bro. And Kuku, Werner, Shabaus, whatever his name is, I don't even know how to. You know what I'm trying to say? My man, they've got a good team still. They added a few additions to that. So listen, AC Milan and Leipzig, I like the look of them. I'll leave it as that. You get what I'm trying to say? I like the look of them. But what are you saying? Who's top goal scorer? Chat to me.
Robert Lewandowski.
You reckon, yeah? Say nothing. Why? Because
favourable group. I think they'll.
How many has he got so far? Do you know?
A hattie. Favourable group, where I think he'll get most of his goals, and they will go far.
I don't think so.
Far for me. So. If I think if everything goes correctly,
yeah, we can chat about anything.
I think they will go. You could, but at the same time,
come on. If everything goes right.
But I see them. Why I said that was because I see Barcelona. Any team they're better than, I think they're dealing with. Which I can't say about a lot. I don't know. I just see from what I've taken so far this season is that a team they're better than they're dealing with. Which I can't say about the.
You see, with me, with Barca, quality. Them signings they made doesn't even make sense. Like how you're doing that with what you already have. You know what I'm trying to say? Their options are ridiculous, bro. Got De Jong sitting on the bench. Who's laughing now?
This guy, bro.
Who's laughing now? We're dressed in all black today, De Jong. Did you notice? Listen.
Bro, I forgot about Dookie, bro. Oh my days.
I can never forget. Because I really had people come. If you know how much guys have, I can't even get into it. But listen, De Jong, sit on the bench, innit? You get it? Firm that. But no, jokes aside, De Jong, Busquets, the two magicians in that midfield, Gavi and Pedri.
Yeah, Pedri.
Their team's ridiculous. Kessie waiting in the wings, hoping, you know what I mean, you could get a piece of meat. get a piece of the plate. I'm telling you, bro, their team's ridiculous. That midfield stacked. Their wingers stacked. Fatty, Dembele, Rafinha. Don't even rate Ferran, but still.
I like
still an
him.
option.
I even like him. So
Yeah, I don't rate him like that, but he's still an option, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Depay, Lewa, their team, they should be reaching semi-finals minimum. But I don't think they will. Why? Because, bro, football is not... This ain't FM.
I agree.
Sanch will tell you.
You saw yesterday.
Listen, Sanch will tell you, because there's been a couple times...
Not you piping up, bro.
Hey.
There's no way you're piping up.
I haven't even finished, and he doesn't want to let me finish.
Go on,
you see what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? Couple guys, I won't even at any man anymore. Couple guys will spend a mad thing in a season and think that they're going to piece everything together. But it don't work like that. Chemistry stands.
So that, yes, I think that's was the point I was making, innit?
Chemistry, innit?
But
how do you piece all of that, bro?
Like,
especially in a season where there's games coming.
Especially in big ties.
Chemistry.
They
important.
will struggle. Yeah. That takes time. It takes time to build. Like, that's why I said though, a team they're better than though.
Oh yeah.
Because in terms of
they
that quality,
the chemistry. Yeah, I get
and what I've seen though, the way it's the wingers they have. It's Dembele, Rafinha. You get them to run. It's long. You don't need all these patterns of play. You don't need that. Because once Dembele's running at you and Rafinha's running at you and Lewan's scoring the goals, it's long. That's why I said, any team they are better than, bro, it's a long day. And for that reason, I think Lewan will blitz the groups. And
I think
not you shuffling now, bruv.
It's not a shuffle thing, you know.
No, go on.
There's 3 strikers in my head, innit?
That's a shuffle, bruv.
No, it's no.
So go on.
Donny's trying it.
Go on.
I'm gonna go for my guy, man. You know what I mean? I was wearing his lucky shirt, and he done the honourable thing, and not allow Liverpool to win the champs. Karim, man number 9. You know what I mean? And I know he'll show everyone that last season was just a warm up. You know what I'm trying to say? He's gonna come again, and he's gonna dish it. So let's wait and see with that one. But yeah, I think Benzema will chip in with a lot of goals. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna do a lot this season. Because remember, Real Madrid, they're the definition of heritage. You know what I'm trying to say? When it comes to champs, they just, I don't know what it is. They got powerful people working. You know what I mean? So let's see. But I think Benzema will get it done still. Top assist.
Messi.
Agreed. Bro, when you have Neymar and Mbappe running in front of
It's not even that. No.
Nah,
So
it is that for me.
No,
It is that for me.
I hear
Plain and
you.
simple.
I hear
For
you.
me.
But the guy is...
We know his quality though.
No. He's taken up a role now. Like at Barca, it was he had to score the goals. He had to goal and assist every. Like, do you get? He was the main guy for everything. Whereas now, Mbappe's the big fish, bro. It's a mad thing to say, but he's the big fish out of the 3. Do you get it? So I think Messi's taken up a role where, like, I just need to chip in with what I need to do, feed these man.
But you see what I mean?
The balls that need to be fed to them.
If De Bruyne was behind Neymar and Mbappe, I'm saying De Bruyne. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, Messi. Well, we know Messi, man. Do we really need to go on a whole... Do you know what I'm trying to say? Messi, bad boy. Bad boy. Like, he don't even need time to find you. That's the scariest thing. You get? Split second. Bang. So, it's light work for Messi. But my point is, when you have those 2 in front of you, Mbappe as well, that's always making them runs, regardless, because he knows, you know what I'm trying to say, he's getting in behind you. We have to do, if I'm Messi, let's say I am Messi, and I'm playing with Mbappe and Neymar, bro, in training, all I'm doing to them, man, look, 5 things I'm going to do with my hands when I'm on the ball. You do that run. Bro, I'm showing you, bro. I'm showing you because the pace is electrifying. Once that ball goes over the top, there's no catching up. There's nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I think Messi still. I think Messi will get it. I think Messi will get it still. I can't. Who do you think will underperform?
What, the club?
Yeah, the club that will underperform in Champs.
Liverpool.
What's your measure of underachieving for Liverpool?
Well, I'm going off what they've given us recently. So, quarter-final exit for me. Just a high bar, because they've set a high bar. But at less than that, innit? So, group stage exit, last 16, quarter-final. Obviously, there's context. You can't really sit here and say it, but I don't see them going past that. Unless they get something very very favourable.
Which always happens for them.
Which tends to happen. But even then, when I say very favourable, I mean very favourable, because I feel like at this moment in time, if they were to get Napoli, there's chances of them getting knocked out. Do you get it? So
yeah. No, I feel you. I think Chelsea still. Potter.
yeah, you said it.
Potter, I rate Potter so highly. Like, I can't lie to you. Like, that's where I'm gonna leave it at, because I'm not gonna be bigging up Potter. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, you know what I mean? Chelsea and that, but he will get. I think he'll get it together. He'll get it together, but I don't think he'll get it together by the time they faced AC Milan back to back. With all the fixture pile up that's going to be coming, for him to rotate his team, to learn about the players that should be playing in them midweek games, the players that should be playing in the Premier League games, the cup games. The season is really, really going to be hectic. So for a manager to do more than he's expected to do in the current stage that he's at, I don't see it happening still. You know what I mean? So yeah, I reckon that's it, innit? In terms of the Champions League, we're gonna definitely be looking back at these predictions, boy, because there's been some techie, you know what I mean, conversations that we've had. So yeah, man, tell us what you think. Tell us if we're, way off it. Tell us if you think a top goal scorer is gonna be someone out of the box and not the big fishes. Tell us who you think's gonna, lead the chance creation and get the most assists. So yeah, that's another video on Feel the Play TV. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Peace.